welcome to another edition of Between Two at EJ Ferns. Hey. As I like to do on this show, I'm going to start with a joke. The other day I was getting my blood drawn. They told me I had type A blood, but it was a typo. Alright people, the anticipation has been killing me. I hope it's been killing you. Today on the show, we have New York City Marathon returner, former USA Marathon champion, and Star Wars fanatic. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Nick Arciniaga. Thanks for coming on the show, Nick.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, get all up and cozy in here between me and the other EJ Ferns.
You guys are downsizing a little bit. This couch is a little cozy.
Well, I realized on the bigger couch I couldn't put my arm around the guests, so you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my arms right here.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. That's fair. So Nick, first question.
Oh yeah.
How many marathons have you run? You have basically made the marathon your niche event. I think it's because you're scared people like me will beat you in other events, but that's just my opinion. But how many marathons have you run?
I have started 17, finished only 16.
What happened to the one you didn't finish?
It was too hot, and I was
too hot to handle.
Too hot to handle, and I was verging throwing up, so ended up calling it quits. And I do regret doing that. Haven't dropped out of the race ever since.
Okay. So how many times have you raced Eric Fernandez?
I don't believe
Downtown Mile 2014.
we've ever been in a real race before.
I think I beat you in the mile, so I'm undefeated against you on the roads.
Okay, if you want to call it like undefeated, that's fair.
You know what?
Once you get to a grown-up distance like a half marathon or a marathon, then we'll start talking.
Okay, no, you don't have to insult me too much on my show. You know, we already know you got better credentials.
Yeah.
So, you were on the cover of Running Times this month.
Yes.
You want to talk a little bit about that? How exciting that was, or?
I got a notice back in, I don't know, probably May or June that they're going to do a cover story on me. I'm like, oh, does that mean I'm actually going to be on the cover? Or they're going to have a big story? And it turned out being pretty good. I don't know if you guys see this.
Well, if they couldn't see it. Don't cover the other EJ Ferns.
Okay, we'll just put it right in front here. But yeah, made the cover of Running Times magazine, one of the best running publications in the U.S.
Oh, congratulations. Now,
the story was actually pretty good. I liked it. It was all about me.
I know. It lets the little narcissist in you come out a little bit. Now, not to be too much of a narcissist, but you autographed a couple of them for me.
Yes.
I would like you to read what you said on this cover.
Yes, when I autograph, I'd like to personalize them as much as possible. And this one, I said, Angie, your boyfriend is sexier than I am. And this is made out to Eric's girlfriend.
And this one? And this one?
This one is to Papa Juan. Your son is my inspiration. Again, to Eric's girlfriend.
I would like to believe that those are all true, but you know what? We'll just let the audience decide. And Mom, don't worry, you got one too, but it didn't involve how cool I was, so I didn't put it on the show. But anyway. So, besides the New York Marathon coming up, I'm sure there's something else you're really excited for that's coming out December 18th.
Yes, I actually have tickets for it already. 7 p.m. showing here at Harkins Theater in 3D. Star Wars Force Awakens.
Star Wars Force Awakens. So, between the marathon and Star Wars, if you had to give one of them up, you could never watch Star Wars again, or you could never run a marathon again, which would you give up? I'm sorry.
I could give up marathons.
You give up marathons for Star Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars has been more of a lifestyle type of choice. I've been watching Star Wars since I was 1 year old, or even before I can remember this. So, my earliest memory is when I was 2.5. So I know it's earlier than I can remember since I started watching Star Wars. And marathoning, I've had my time in the sun.
Right.
If I give it up now, I'll be satisfied. But Star Wars, it's going to just keep coming.
We won't tell Under Armour that because they might not like that as much as I find it entertaining.
Oh yeah.
But. So between the Return of the Jedi and The Empire Strikes Back, which one do you like more?
I always preferred Return of the Jedi. Just a lot more battle scenes. I like the story a little bit better, even though there is a huge surprise. Maybe if I was alive when Empire came out, a big shock, spoilers, that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father, then it might have been more...
You just spoiled it for so many people.
I also said spoilers right beforehand, so they can...
I don't listen, I just think about the next question. That's kind of how I roll.
That's fair.
Yeah. So real quick, we're going to swing it back to running. People who are on social media today who either follow myself or Nick will know that I posted about this interview, asking for questions that people want me to ask.
Got a few questions.
Yeah, you got a few questions. I will start with Lauren Kleppen because she's my new teammate this week, official member of Hoka 1-1 Northern Arizona Elite. It's all right, Nick. You can try harder. Maybe you'll get on the team one day.
Yeah.
She asked, what color jersey will you be wearing in New York and why?
This year I'm going to be wearing a nice blood red jersey. Got some red shoes to match them as well. And the reason why is because at the end of New York City Marathon last year, had a little bit of issue with my nipples causing some blood stains.
They
onto
were
my
gross.
bright
It was
yellow
gnarly,
jersey.
people. If you weren't watching last year, it was like watching him lactate blood. It was nappy.
Yeah, it was not very pretty. I messed up going into the race, didn't put anything to decrease the abrasion that was going to happen, but yeah, it was not a good sight.
Are your nipples intact now?
Oh, they've always been calloused. I've had this happen numerous amount of times, so it never hurts. Just bleeds.
Okay.
I'm a gusher.
Big running fan Wendy Scholich would like to know, how many variations of your last name have you heard, and which butchering of it is your favorite?
I've heard too many to count. Probably one of my favorites was from Brian Sell. He actually came out with a few different iterations of my last name. His most common was Arciniaga.
Wait, 1 second. Sorry.
Oh no, where'd he go?
Oh, the iPad died, people. I'm sorry. I
Have
have no head.
1.5 Erics.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, so it was Arsenio Holga. So Arsenio Holga.
Arsenio Holger. Okay, that's what I'm going to call you from now.
Yeah, that was creative. I can't even say it. It's too intricate for me.
Well, our last question then, just for the viewers at home who actually did want to hear something pertaining to you in a marathoner outside of, Star Wars and your nipples bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly describe your favorite marathoning experience you've had to date. And, we hope obviously that this November in New York you get a new favorite experience, but just tell us about your favorite one to date so far.
It's a toss-up right now between two, so I'm just going to pick one. It'll be the Boston Marathon in 2014, where I finished 7th place there, behind Meb, who won the race, first American to win the race in 33 years, I believe.
Okay.
But just running that entire race, I was just very happy to be there, and just it was thrilling to run that race and have a great performance and come out with just such an awesome day.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
On my show, I like to have the guests do the sign-off, so please sign off and say your farewell to hopefully my many viewers, but, it might just be my mom.
Thank you for once again tuning in to Between Two Erics.